Reports say Apple is pushing hard into smart glasses, and we could see the first Apple glasses in 2027, along with a cheaper Vision Pro. There is a major shift happening now in how we're interacting with computers. You see, this moment, right now, it's kind of like right before the smartphone boom that changed our day-to-day life. These are the final years before it's gonna be normal to have a display floating on top of your view of the real world, and before everyone is wearing a recording device next to their eyes. The era of smart glasses is emerging faster than you might realize. Apple is said to have 7 different head-mounted devices in the works. Meanwhile, Meta's Ray-Ban smart glasses are growing in popularity. Google's Android XR glasses are in development now in partnership with Warby Parker. You see, tech companies are hyper-focused on smart glasses, and that's because it's the next logical step for AI-driven devices. Sensors and cameras are hidden inside frames, and they can collect data and give context to the world and allow for hands-free computing. But before we start wearing one more gadget, this episode of One More Thing is laying out a possible timeline for Apple's next headgear. Most of us are not spending $3,500 on the Vision Pro, but hey, Apple isn't giving up on the dream. The latest report comes from analyst Ming-Chi Kuo. He says Apple has 7 different head-mounted projects in development, and credit to 9to5Mac for also shedding light on his forecast. Kuo says Apple has 3 products that are coming in the Vision Pro family and 4 different smart glasses products. He says a new Vision Pro is coming this year, and it's going to look exactly the same as the current one, but it'll have a faster processor, most likely an M5 chip. In 2027, we can expect a cheaper and lighter version of the Vision Pro. Perhaps it'll be called the Vision Air. Kuo says this would weigh 40% less than the original Vision Pro. It would rely on plastic and magnesium alloy instead of titanium, and it would have fewer sensors. But there's also a second generation of the Vision Pro being made for 2028. Kuo said it would be lighter and not as expensive, and I would hope so, because it's hard to justify $3,000 for it, no matter how many cool 3D videos you put on there. As for smart glasses, the first Apple glasses would be something like the Meta Ray-Ban design. And the report says this is going to be for 2027. It would be controlled by your voice and hand gestures, but it would not have a display. The main features would be audio playback, it would have a camera, it could do video recording, and of course there would be AI environmental sensing. So I hope we all like Siri's AI features by the year 2027, because Siri is going to be in your face. In 2028, Kuo says that's when Apple starts production of XR glasses, something that takes it up a notch with a display. And there's another type of device. Think of it as an accessory for the Mac and the iPhone. These would be display glasses that connect to your Apple computer with a cable. This technology is not a new concept. CNET editor-at-large Scott Stein wore something like this to cover WWDC this year. It was made by a company called XReal, where he plugged it into his MacBook, and these sunglasses were projecting his laptop monitor in front of his eyes as he typed away, kind of like a floating display on demand. Google Glass was a decade ago, and I remember it was scoffed at as being so uncool, and now these tech companies are coming right back at it again, trying to make the sci-fi dream come alive. But while you wait, there is always the option of putting Dragon Ball Z Scouters on your AirPods Max, which is a real thing that Casetify made. It does not actually do anything except look fun, but when this display tech becomes a reality someday, let's hope inflation doesn't have it costing over $9,000.
Our level's 8,000. How? Wait, it's over 9.
What are your feelings on smart glasses? If you want them, what draws you into this new tech? Do share in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of our weekly show covering all things Apple, and I'll catch you next Friday for One More Thing.